Studios, vlog number 6 on Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. Why is he invisible? The invisible man is what we are going to discuss today. Bhagavad Gita contains about 700 verses, and Canto 11 is very important because that's where Arjuna himself loses a little bit of patience like us. Ultimate yogi. So that is the context that is given. He is an ultimate personality that is beyond measure. That is going to, what is he going to do? The vision that Arjuna is now trying to capture with his two eyes. Let's look at Sarvashcharya Mayam. Everything about his Ashcharyam, so much of wonder. Highly exciting or could be highly dangerous thing to see. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Jai Shri Ram. Welcome back to the Glade Studios, vlog number 6 on Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a weekly vlog where I share my own little learnings from the making of this painting, Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. The painting follows a process called Calligram or Micrography, wherein the 1000 names of Sri Vishnu are painted as a painting. So the process is still going, and while that is happening, I'm also trying to share a little bit of understanding into what these names mean. We go 10 by 10 in each of the videos, and this video is going to cover 10 names. Of course, we start with 41 and we'll go through 50 names. And we also have something very interesting. Today's story is slightly bigger and also complex because it's a most controversial subject that we are going to discuss about God. Why is he invisible? The invisible man is what we are going to discuss today in our storyline. So we have something really amazing coming up, and let's jump right away into the session. The 41st name is Om Mahasvanaya Namaha, which means one from whom comes the great sound of the Veda. Veda refers to spiritual scriptures. The 42nd name is Om Anadi Nidanaya Namaha, which means the one existence that has neither birth nor death. 43rd name is Om Dhatre Namaha, which means one who is the support of the universe. 44th name is Om Vidhatre Namaha, which means one who generates karma and their fruits. I think the previous video we covered a lot about this, isn't it? So let's move on to 45th name, which is Om Dhaturuttamaya Namaha, which means the ultimate support of everything. This was also a name that we kind of understand because of one of our previous videos. 46th name is Om Aprameyaya Namaha. This means one who is not measurable or understandable by any of the accepted means of knowledge like sense perception, inference, etc. This is exactly where the point is. So you can be the most intelligent person on earth, but you cannot figure out who God is. This is what is very controversial, isn't it? So this is something that we are going to look at in our story, shortly. 47th name is Om Hrishikeshaya Namaha, the master of all senses, or it could also mean he under whose control the senses subsist. The 48th name is Om Padmanabhaya Namaha. Padma refers to lotus, and Naba refers to the navel or NAABI. I think we know this name now because we have seen this image somewhere. That's exactly what I'm painting, isn't it? So, he in whose navel NAABI, the lotus Padma, the source of the universe, stands. 49th name is Om Amaraprabhave Namaha. This is referring to the master of Amaras. Amaras are deathless ones, or we can call as Devas also. So he is the master of all the deathless ones. The 50th name is Om Vishwakarmane Namaha, which means he whose karma or work has resulted in all that exists, the whole Vishwam, yeah, or it also could refer to he whose power of creation is unique and wonderful. So these are the meanings for the 10 names. Now we move on to this controversial name Om Aprameyaya Namaha, where we are told that you can be all intelligent, but still you cannot measure him, you cannot understand him. Yeah, let's look at that with the help of Bhagavad Gita and Canto from Bhagavad Gita. I'm going to go through Canto number 11, about 3 verses from those Canto, but before that I just want to give a pretext to this. For the benefit of those who are also looking at these kind of videos for the first time, Bhagavad Gita contains about 700 verses of discussion between the God and Arjuna in a location that is actually a war ground, where Arjuna is having to oppose and fight against his own family members, and he is in a state of melancholy, in a state of confusion. What exactly should he do? Is it meaningful, yes or no? So a lot of existential questions he is facing, and he is talking to God at that moment, and God is guiding him, telling him why this is happening and what is happening and so on, and the guidance goes step by step, and that's the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita. And Canto 11 is very important because that's where Arjuna himself loses a little bit of patience like us and says, hey, you say that you are the only one doing everything and you know what is going to happen, maybe on time and such, all these things, you want me to follow all these principles. Would you mind showing your real self to me once? I really want to see who you are. He's so persistent. If you are wanting me to follow you, I want to see who you are, the real you, not what you're showing right now. So this is a push that is happening from Arjuna. So at that time, this is the exact canto where the God, the way he is, presents himself only for the eyes of Arjuna to see and understand the not understandable person or persona that he is. So that is the context, and now let's get into the verses itself. I am in Canto 11, like I said, reading out verse 9 first. Evam uktva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro harihi darshayamasya partaya paramam rupamaishwaram. So the introduction is given here to the Lord as Mahayogeshwaro Harihi. So he is a Mahayogeshwar. Mahayogeshwar would refer to somebody that is a supreme mystic or a ultimate yogi. So that is the context that is given. He is an ultimate personality that is beyond measure. That is going to, what is he going to do? Darshaya Masa. So he is going to be visible now to who? Partha. Partha is again the name of Arjuna. And the Param is going to show, what is he going to show? Rupam Aishwaram, the splendor, the Rupam, the splendorous form of himself is now going to be visible only to the eyes of Arjuna. Now let's read on 11:10, the next verse. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Bhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam, Divya Maneka Dyat Ayudam. Aneka. Eka means one, Aneka means many. So there is many Aneka sitting here in this verse. Let's break it down. First of all, Aneka Nayanam, eyes. We see, when we look at God in so many religions and forms, we see a human face for our understanding, and it has two eyes. Aneka, many eyes, unlimited number of eyes. He's now showing those. And then Aneka Bhuta Darshanam. So again he's showing the Bhuta, many bodies, many splendorous form of himself. It's zillion. It's really hard to perceive and behold for a human eye. That is now being shown. And Aneka Divya Bharanam. Again, many. Divya refers to divine. Abharanam refers to ornament. So definitely, all splendors, so many bodies and so many ornaments. Divya Anekadyat Ayudam. Again, divine ornament. So Ayudam refers to weapons. So many forms of weapons. Of course, when you are in a war, definitely you need many weapons. And if you can see all of them together in one shot, that's exactly what it is here. So that's the vision that Arjuna is now trying to capture with his two eyes. Let's look at 11:11 also. Divyamalya Bharadaram, Divya Gandhanu Lepanam, Sarvashcharyamayam Devamanantam, Vishwato Mukham. So again, divine Malya, Divya Malya. So Mala refers to garlands. So so many bodies definitely he is getting to see, and all have beautiful garlands and attire. Ambaram is attire, dharanam. So he's having all those attires, and Divya Gandha, smell also. So it's not just the eyes of Arjuna that is seeing everything, even the other senses are activated because he is able to smell the smell of all these bodies of that exclusive form of God, with all the beautiful fragrances as well. So it's really coming up alive in front of his eyes. Sarvashcharya Mayam, everything about us Ascharyam, so much of wonder, and that's how everything about it is so much of wonder, and that's exactly how he is showing his face. He, meaning God, is showing his face. So this is the whole context, that a human with two eyes and two ears and two nostrils is getting to observe. Even this at this stage is heavy for us to imagine, beyond imagination. Everything multiplied by infinity is beyond our thoughts to imagine. But this is a static form. I'm not going to go into all the details, because the rest of the canto, what happens is Arjuna is not just seeing this static form, he is seeing an active form of the God himself, which means he's seeing him in action. Action means all creation, dissolution, good and bad, everything, and that itself is a little too much for him to watch. Everything is getting in one frame for him. I'm going to just make a small break here to give you a context that is easily understandable for us. Let's just imagine today morning we switch on our TV channels, and look at the news, the headlines turn out. And for example, today I remember watching the update on war in Gaza and what's going on in Ukraine, Russia, all these challenges and the destruction and damage. And of course, by default, every day I also get to see something bad happening to women or children and such. So these itself, and it's not just listening but also watching frame by frame. A TV channel news reporter is showing me things and I'm watching it in about 30 seconds. It's a little too much for me to watch. Yeah, maybe I also watch something good, the victory of chess champions in Budapest. So all these things are also consumed by my eyes, my ears, let me say. So, but everything is coming to me frame by frame, even maybe in the video on my television or mobile or any other gadget. So it's all coming in my feed and I'm watching it frame by frame. And even that could be disturbing or exciting for me depending upon what type of news I am consuming. This could be relatable, I hope. And can you imagine everything happening in one frame, time bending, past, present and future, everything shown to you in one huge screen, 360-degree angle, then you get to see everything. I think as humans, it's hard for us to consume and digest. And invariably, what a human brain will do will be, out of all the videos you're seeing, you want to watch what's going to happen to yourself, your own family, your people. That will be your tendency if you are gaining access to such frames, let's say. This is exactly what happens with Arjuna also. He tends to go into those sections to see what is happening to him and his own family, what is going to happen to this war and such. He says he is able to see everything, but everything meaning everything is in his context. So even if God shows all of us everything, we all will not be able to see all of the things, because our focus will naturally tend to flow towards those that are very dear to us or which is very important to us. And that's exactly what happens to Arjuna also here, and he gets to see everything, good and bad. And that is the most highly exciting or could be highly dangerous thing to see, because at this point in time, I'm not mentally prepared to see what's going to happen 10 years from now, let's say. And that is why the concept of time is so that we grow one day at a time and learn to handle both good and bad the way we are handling it. We are unable to handle it, or it's really incomprehensible for us if everything comes in one go. And that's also a reason why God is invisible or is not understandable to us. It is not to show that he is powerful than us, show off something, no. It's rather to keep ourselves safe, that we can only understand this much, so let's put this piece today in his or her news feed. So let's handle that, yeah, one at a time and not everything. I hope this side of invisible form or non-understandable form of God is interesting for you, and hope you like this video. Please do share your thoughts, your feedback. That's really welcome. As I have mentioned earlier, I am not a professional. I'm also a learner. So please do look at the videos of Sanskrit professionals that are reading out and explaining in a much better form if you need to. It is very important. I'm sharing my learnings from this, and I hope you like this. let's meet up in the next session. Until such time, stay blessed, stay happy, stay healthy, stay motivated. Thank you.